Morning, guys. Just had what are they called? One of them baths where you do all your body. Of course, you do all your body anyway, but you exfoliate and da da da. Do you know what I mean? It's nice being off because you get time to like just pamper yourself and look after yourself. But I do anyway. And then you stand up and you have a shower after it. There's a name for it, but I can't remember it. So I've used me Nature. Let me go and get it. Can't remember, like a sieve. This one, Faith in Nature. Shampoo and conditioner, that one. Got that from Holland and Barrett. Just think it gives your hair a really good clean. But I'm alternating on. I'm not using the same one twice. See how my hair goes with that. And I use the conditioner from that as well. And I use this again, the Grow Gorgeous. And brush my hair before I went in the bath or the shower, as I always do. And then I put this conditioner on and brushed it through, and then when I got out I didn't towel dry. I just stuck the towel around my head like that to sort of just dry it rather than put any more stress on it. Do you know what I mean? So, and then I use this on my body, which I got in me Look Fantastic box. It's full size. Can't remember what month, maybe not last month but the one before. It's exfoliant. It's good. And then I've used that on my face, which again I got in the Look Fantastic box, and it is hyaluronic acid. So yeah, it's good, that one. Normally I just use my Aldi. I use the Lacura one, don't I, the night and the day cream, but if I'm going out I just use that one. I mean, and I love these boxes because this sort of stuff you think to buy, well I do, but I never buy, do you know what I mean? And I just like it. And then I've used me Superdrug, the big bottle of the moisturising lotion, which was on offer. It was 2 for 1. So me and Abby got one each in one ours. I think it's a tenner. If you're on 2 for 1, it's like a £5 each, and it's about that big, and it lasts ages. So, and it's dead good. I'll get it and show you, shall I? I'm talking through my ass as normal. This one, massive. I've had that now for 2 months. Yeah, maybe 2 months, maybe 6 weeks, and I use it every day when I get out the shower. Well, sometimes, but maybe once a week. I'd push twice a week. I'll use that mousse thing that I got, the Days one, that you mousse your body up with it, and it moisturises as well. But 9 times I was trying to use that, and it's really good. That's what I use from Aldi. I think it's £4.99. I use the night and the day cream in that. And then that's what I've used today as well, the SPF 30. That's Primark, that. And that's argan oil, vitamin E and hyaluronic acid. So yeah, it's got an SPF 30 in it. So I use my retinol overnight, don't I? And I tell you what, using retinol on your hands, I just do it overnight and rub it in. It does not make a difference. You see that? Look. So I recommend that. Anyway, down to the nitty gritty. I've got my coffee date today. So 1 o'clock with the guy I've got a coffee date with, clearly. So you see, it's not as tatty, is it? So I love being off, as I said, because it gives me loads of time to think. And I'm going to talk in a bit of a code here so we don't get in trouble. But I think ultimately, you know, when you're going on a date with someone, if you've been like me, I mean, I was in maybe a serious relationship about 3 years ago, and then after that it's just been all dates, and I haven't had my car serviced for 3 years, let the reader understand. But I know ultimately, even if it's a coffee date, you've got to fancy that person, do you know what I mean? So if you can't envisage, because I've got everything I need in life, do you know what I mean? I'm self-sufficient, you know. I've spent the last 2 years just working on myself. I'm quite happy in my own skin. I've got everything I need in life, but I ultimately haven't got a friend that I could have my car serviced with, do you get me? And I just want someone that I get on with and someone that I fancy, do you know what I mean? I think because I've gone on the HRT, I haven't really thought about me getting my car serviced, because I think it just stops all that once you go into menopause. You stop thinking about it. But when I went on to the HRT, which I've been on it now, I think this is my 3rd month, I started to think about getting my car serviced again, and I've thought about it a lot. So, you know, that's my interest. Of course, I want someone to get on with. I don't want to live with anyone, maybe in the future. Do you know what I mean? I don't want someone living in my pockets. I want someone that's got something about themselves, enough about themselves. And this person seems that they have. But as we know, people can look good on paper and over text, and then you meet them and they've just made it all up as they went along. Now, everything I say, I mean, my life is on here, so you can see I can't bullshit anyone because my life is on here. You know, not all of it. There's little bits of it that I don't share, but my life fundamentally is on here, what I do and what I get up to. So, but I think that, you know, that's what I'm looking for. So it's just, I had my other date, didn't I? And we all know that I've had me implants out, don't we? And so should I just say, although I didn't have my car serviced or anything like that, I did rip a plaster off about how I felt about my bust the way it is, because it's quite droopy. I mean, and women of my age say, Janine, we're the same. But I think that's a hurdle that I got over. Nothing else happened, so I'm glad about that. But yeah, it's ultimately, when I go, do I fancy him? Do you know? I mean, has he got enough about him, of course? Has he got a personality? And I'm not saying I've got a great personality and I want ... What I'm saying is, you know, if he's true to who he is and what he says and what he's about, that's brilliant. But ultimately, I've got to look at him and think, could I have my car serviced with you? Do you know what I mean? There's got to be that attraction there. So I'm quite excited. You know, I like, you know, I used to get ready for other people, do you know what I mean? And think, oh, what do I look like? How will people perceive me? I always get ready for myself now. You know, which is something I think being on YouTube has helped me with tremendously. It's brought me confidence on in leaps and bounds. I come on here and I talk about anything and everything. And I'm very, you know, I think, you know, when you're being vulnerable, there's a little bit of awkwardness when I post that, but that's about growth. Do you know, in order to grow, I've got to be vulnerable and post stuff like this. And the more I do it, you know, Mel Robbins was saying that, you know, you're going to have that uncomfortable feeling when you talk about things like that, but that's how you grow, and I'm a firm believer in that. What did I do yesterday? We were talking about, you know, the fact with food and healthy eating and, you know, conducting and doing things to suit yourself and how you should live your life, how you want to live it, you know, to some extent. And I talked about the fact that I'm not going to be as healthy as I once was, and I'm going to have some sweets and chocolates. I'm going to have sugar back in my life. I'm not going to be as strict. And we also talked about the fact that, you know, I didn't think it was a good role model for Thomas, to my grandson, to be out so extreme. I had a point there. I'm going to have to go and think about that. Give me a minute. I remembered. I had to go back and look, and then it triggered in my brain. So anyway, so yeah, and that I wasn't going to be on this journey how I've been over the last 15 months, because ultimately it's easy to lose the weight. It's the hardest thing to put it off, to keep it off. Once you hit because the high goes, you know, if you're standing on the scales and you think, I've lost half a pound this week, you don't have that dopamine hit anymore. So to keep it off is really, really difficult. And we all know it puts them on. And while I'm quite happy with what I am, I don't want to keep going and putting more on. So we said yesterday, didn't we, that I'm going to have some more sweets and basically just have a little bit of what I fancy. I probably won't have 3 square meals a day, and I'll eat less in the week so I can have a good old feast on the weekend and not think about, should I be putting that in my mouth because I'm going to put weight on. So anyway, yesterday I went, I hope I never told you this yesterday. I went and difference in my hair doing that. Let's have a look how much I've lost. Mind you, I didn't clean my brush out, so that's no good. So yesterday I went, hardly lost anything. Look, and I went on me TikTok, because I go on TikTok for ideas and stuff like that. I go on just to have a scroll. I doom scroll, I'm not going to lie. I go on Insta, I go on Facebook. I only joined Facebook about a month ago. But I go on Facebook because I like to see events that are on and stuff like that, and I like to find affirmations. I'm always going to be into my affirmations. But what I did yesterday was I had a call on my TikTok, and I called all the things about diets, protein, if you're not losing weight, all them things I unfollowed now, because they come up, the algorithm knows, and they come up in your feed. So, and you know, people have unfollowed me, unsubscribed to me on my YouTube account. That doesn't matter, and I can't follow people because I think, oh, it's tight if I unfollow them, because my TikTok is for me, my platform is for me, my Facebook is for me. Like, people might send me friend requests and I don't accept them because my platform is for me, and if we're not friends, then, you know, I'm not going to accept you because you've seen me on Facebook, because that's not what it's about. It might be for other people, but it's not for me. So I unfollowed a load of like things that I knew would come up into my feed and remind me, and I thought, I don't want to do that anymore, do I? I've already decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to, you know, try and eat a healthy life, but I'm going to have my sweets, my chocolates and my crisps, and I'm going to enjoy them. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, at the end of the day, as I said yesterday, we're a long time not here. And I know now that I done all the work that I needed to do, and I've got to where I want to be, but now I've got to change my plan. So I unfollowed loads of people that I didn't need anymore, probably about 100 people, because it kept coming up on my feed and it kept reminding me, and I thought, I don't want to be reminded about that anymore. You know, sometimes in life we have to get rid of what doesn't serve us, and that wasn't serving me anymore. It's the same with anything. If it doesn't serve you, get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? And it took me a long time to come to that conclusion, because I used to feel guilty and think, oh, I'm being mean. No, I'm not. I'm looking after myself, and I should be my own number one. And that's why I'm getting ready for me today. Now, am I thinking, will he turn up? He might not, might he? But then I think, there's loads of charity shops in West Kirby. I can have a look in them. I can go for a coffee on my own. It's no great shakes. I'd like to think that he is genuine, but there's always that little in your head, that Matilda. But, you know, Matilda might be right, but I'm not going to listen to her. But, yeah, you know, like, I'd say as far as 12 months ago, everything I did with something else in mind, how I portrayed myself was how I thought my ego was, how the world see me was more important to me than how I saw myself. Do you know what I mean? So I've come a long way. So I've done everything today because I've got time to do it. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, I want to go and I want to look nice, but you've seen me on here looking like no one owns me. So, and that's helped me loads as well, coming on here. You know, like another guy was saying, I can't remember his name, about, you know, if you have this perfection and you portray to the world that you're perfect, when people look at you, you're not looking inside, because you think, if I am perfect and the world sees me as perfect, then, you know, I don't have to think about exposing myself for who I really am. I'm not perfect, and it's good to like answer the door in your pajamas. It's good to like just, you know, go into town with your hair greasy. That's all good. And I know in a certain vein, there's a woman that I watch called Rihanna. She's in her 50s. She said, no, get up and get dressed every day and, you know, look nice and all that. And that's great, but it's good to expose yourself to the world, to be vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? And again, YouTube has done that for me, because I come on sometimes looking like a bag of shite. Now, I would never have done that. Do you know what I mean? I've had times where I've studied all day and thought, can't go out because my hair's not right. So, you know, it's good to be vulnerable, isn't it? You know, and those that love you will accept you for who you are. And most people in the world, they're only interested in themselves, because we're all in the same boat, aren't we? And if anyone's horrible to you, well, F them. Do you know what I mean? And that's because they have got something about themselves that they don't like. You know, bullies are insecure. That's all they are. People who pull you down with like jibes and then say, I was only joking. They're insecure. It's not to do with you. So yeah, practice just being vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm going today. I am going to drop him a little message just to say, or am I? No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm going to trust the fact that if I get there and he doesn't turn up, I've still got loads to do with my life, because me being in, meeting someone does not make us Janine. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I really need to get my car serviced. Do you know what I'm saying? Not today, but I wouldn't be opposed to, I'm no, as I say, I haven't had my car serviced for 3 years, but if I wanted to go out every day and have my car serviced with 15 different people, that's fine as long as I'm safe. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I feel I've got high hopes. He reminds me of someone from one that got away many years ago, and I often think about this person. I've never seen him, and you're talking, well, say 13 years ago, and Kay'll be like, my friend, because my friend's away, come on, Jay Spill. And I can't mention, because obviously these are real people in the real world, but yeah, one person that got away, and this guy reminds me of that person. So yeah, but ultimately it's got to be a spark, hasn't there? There's got to be a spark. I mean, the other guy, he was nice, he was lovely. We had 3 dates, but there just, there wasn't. It's got to excite me, as I'm saying. Everything I've got for myself. I don't need anything, do I? You know how I am. But it'd be nice to have someone I could have a chat with, and who would service my car. Because I just think that is what we are in relationships. It's like a friend, but it goes that step further, because they service your car for you. Well, that's my analogy anyway. So, but yeah, so I'm going to blow my hair. I'm going to use this again because I'm in the zone with it now, guys. I'm in the zone with it. And I'm going to use... Where's the gone? I'm not using that heat spray. Let me pause you and show you what I'm going to use. Just that one. And that one. I'm going to get some more heat defense spray, but I'm not putting that on. And then I've got CC's F3 rollers, but I've got found 3. So I'm going to once I've blown it, put them in. So I'm going to get off and do that now. And I'll speak to you later. All right. Before I go, I'll show you my outfits. All right. Bye. So I've done it. I'm going to speed it up. God, it hurts your arm. And I'm left-handed, so I'm proper gammy this side. But I've blown it. I tell you what, shine on that. Not bad, is it? You know, I do think that gives your hair a really good wash. You know what I mean? That's why I stopped using it, because it was a bit dry, but you just used it like, say, once a week or something like that. It's not expensive either. And that combination there, not that, and that, yeah. So, as you can see, I'm a bit gammy-handed doing it, but I get there, don't I, in the end? And it's like, I've got fine hair. Well, I used to have a lot of it. That's what the hairdressers say. You've got fine hair, but you've got a lot of it. But the shine and the feel of that, honest to God, guys, I wish you could feel it. Now, I wish you had 6 rollers, but Tilly meant 3, so I really need to get some more of them. So I'm going to leave that for a while, just to set. I'm just going to have a sit here, have a puff on my e-cig, and have a little drink of water. I've just lost one of them again. I don't know what, I'm sitting here. I put them down. How can I lose it? I'm only sat on my bed. Anyway, see you in a bit later. Again, I forgot to mention, it's like once you get used to it, you're sort of using it how them buttons are, but without the buttons, do you know what I mean? And it does glide. It's like, it's a bit fiddly, but I am really impressed with it now. I think, like, I don't think that took me, it took me 20 minutes to do it this time. So the more you do it, the easier it gets. And you can see I don't section my hair off anything great. I just grab a bit and do a bit and grab a bit, do you know what I mean? But I am impressed with it. Go on Vinted and have a look. Fabulous big hair if you need one. It's worth persevering. If I'm getting out of the house a second time in a week and I'm a lazy cow, then it's worth it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it really is. And yesterday, as you could see, my hair held well as well. And also, I could have today put a bit of dry shampoo in or something like that, couldn't I? And I could have got a bit longer out of it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm rambling. See you later. Back. Just to put some context on the Facebook friend requests. I mean, like, friends of friends or random men who find you somehow and just friend request you, because that happens a lot. Don't get me wrong, I check them out. But think, no. Do you know what I'm saying? Or people that you're associated with, but you're not, you know, like if Angela sent me a friend request, I'd accept it. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, people that you don't know and they just friend request you because they've got 3 million friends. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I get a lot of just like random men. Probably, what's the word? The shysters. They're not shysters, are they? What are they? Men posing as, they're after your money. I'm not falling for that, and I haven't got any anyway. Well, I have, but they're not having it. Anyway, yeah. So that I just wanted to put a bit of context on, because I don't want to come across cold. But do you know, my friends on Facebook are my friends on Facebook. Do you know what I mean? Do you get me? Yeah, you do, don't you? Hello. The wind's blowing a blooming gale, so I'll probably look like Hagrid by the time we arrive. So I've got on this little white top that I got from Primark. It was £8. Do you remember it? It's like a cardi. And then these pants from Vinted. Oh, just palazzo, but they're dead wide. I love them, and they've got like a stripe down the side. And they've got pockets. I've got my DMs on, which I don't know how many times I've put these in the charity shop bag and took them out. I think I've had them about 9 years. But yeah, I just thought, because these palazzo pants are so long, I need something with a bit of height on. Now, I think I'm going to put my big coat on and my hoodie, because it's blowing a gale out there and I'm going to West Kirby, so it's going to be windy. So I think I'll put my big coat on. I just nip out now and just test it. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on. No, it's cold, but it's not that cold. So put that little hoodie top on. Then if it rains, you look, see, and I can tuck my hair in. Saves me taking a brolly. That's why I wanted a hoodie, so I can have a coat and then put my hood up. So I showed you this one, didn't I? It's from Vinted, just a H&M one. So I just have to make sure, as Kirsten says, I haven't got a nan hood. I've got a nan hood, guys, no. So it's a bit windy, but that'll keep me warm. I've got my gloves, and then I've just got my pink glasses on, my new ones, and a bit of lippy. And that's it, really. No makeup. Mascara, makes your eyes sting, doesn't it? So that's why I don't wear it. I like it, but I don't wear it because it makes my eyes sting. So that's it. I'm ready to go. Cece thinks she's having a walk. Clearly she's not. She will get one after. I'm running late now. It's 20 to 12, but I only got to go to West Kirby. How long is it? It's right round. I've got to go right round, but hey ho, there you go. So I'm going to head off now. That's it really. So wish me luck, guys. I'll be back after with a little update. Why I've got a remote control in my bag, I do not know, but there you go. So yeah, that's it really. Bit of perfume. This is the YSL one. Dave got me from downstairs. Sample. Bit of that. Yeah, like that. And I think that's it, guys. Unless we've got anything else to say. I'll do, won't I? I think it'll look alright. In fact, I'm very pleased with myself. See you later. I'll give you an update. Bye. Hello, I'm back. It's 5:30. I had a box in the InPost locker, so I went and got that and went to Aldi, and I got this salad, 30% off, which I'm going to have for me tea. Dave, he wasn't for me, and I didn't want him to service me calls, so I think, nice enough person, don't get me wrong, but just the more dates I go on, the more I can see what I want, and like that. And I need someone that's going to match my energy. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I can be quite full on. I can be a lot. So salad, that's a lot of salad, isn't it? It's only salad. And then I've got that chick from last night left, so I'm going to have that. I'm going to slice that. And whilst he was lovely, I'm doing all the talking, and I can talk, but then the conversation dries up, and just a few things that I was talking about something that was quite important, and he just spoke over me. Did that a couple of times, and in real life I'd say to someone, I'm talking, do you mind? But I knew by then it wasn't going anywhere, and it's not for me to try and fix someone, do you know what I mean? So had our coffee, and then off we tootled, about an hour and a half. So he messaged me when he got back and said, had a really nice afternoon with you. And I just messaged and said, I enjoyed it too, but I don't think we're a match. Wish you all the best in all your endeavours, and keep going. Life's short. Embrace everything and don't let anything hold you back. There's nothing making it. And he just messaged back and said, I felt the same, there wasn't a spark, no offence. And I said, none taken. So that was that. But I know what I want, and I know what I don't want, and I'm not wasting time. I just knew. I knew from when I first saw him, but I thought, I'll give it a chance. And then as it went on, just shaving some cheese, I just thought, nah. It's just, we're in different places in our lives, and I didn't fancy him. The bottom line is, I just didn't. So the other guy, I sort of half fancied, if you can half fancy someone. But yeah, I just keep going, and then I know what I want, and I know what I don't want, and I'm not settling, And I am quite, I've got a lot to say, and I gave him a chance to talk, but the conversation just didn't come. It was stifled, you know what I mean? And then there's awkward silences, and I thought, well, maybe he's a bit shy, but he didn't come across as shy. There was some bits where you know, no. I don't have to explain myself. You know me by now, guys, don't you? That it's just, it is the way it is. No, just no. And I knew that there wasn't going to be a second coffee date. So there you go. But it was a nice afternoon. I went to West Kirby, didn't look in any charity shops, got the bus straight home because it's a long way. For me, I left mine about 11:45 and I didn't get there till 1:10. So that's a long time. Let me just wash my tomatoes, hold on. I think you just know, don't you? I mean, I think there's been two real people in my life that I've had a spark with. Both of them got away. And I was quite excited to go, to be honest. I thought, yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's given off on, in the text, it's the same energy as me, wants the same things. But you never know with texting. You just don't know until you meet someone. But I do know there's been two men in my life that have, you know, really given me them butterflies. No, maybe three. No, two real. You know, that I've had my energy and, you know, quite excitable and can be a bit daft and know how to have a laugh. But yeah, so that was that. And that's why as well, I forgot to say, I don't know whether you noticed, I've changed my name, done it a while ago on me YouTube, because it had my first name, didn't it? And not that I'm saying anyone's going to find me, but I know someone said to me, if you just type your name in, then you can find you. There was one of my mates who was looking for my channel, well, one of my workmates, she said I just typed Janine in and I found you. So I thought, because now when people ask, it's on my bio that I do a YouTube, and people say, well, what's your YouTube? And I say, well, I'll tell you if I get to know you. Because much as like, I like getting subscribers, I don't want subscribers subscribing to me to find out about me. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? I know I'm an open book on here, but if people are watching me, subscribing to me, they don't know me as such. Does that make sense? So, yeah. So anyway, this other guy I've been talking to for a few weeks, I don't know whether I told you about him. He's on and offable. So I messaged him and he said, I thought he got fed up with me, and I said, well, I said, I got fed up with you, but I've been on a coffee date today, because I'm honest, I don't know anyone anything, do you know what I mean? And we had a good bit of banter, but he's just said to me he's quite shy, because I said to him, are you like this in real life? And he said, I'm shy till you get to know me. Well, I like that. I can work with that. Do you know what I mean? I can work with that, but, do you know, honesty is the best policy, isn't it? So, yeah, but I had a nice day out. I enjoyed myself. I went on the bus. There's my tea. Looking forward to that. And it was good. And I learned something more about what I want and what I don't want. You know, nothing ventured, nothing gained. As I say, years gone by, I used to think, oh, it's a date. Now, it's just a coffee date. Do you know what I mean? So, that was good. Yeah. So, it was eventful. And I got to go out and I got to spend the afternoon out and have a coffee and have a chat with someone. But he wasn't for me. He wasn't for me. Anyway, look what's come. But I'll open it tomorrow. I'm going to have my tea now. I've just come in and got a bit of cramp on me in my feet, and I've just used that magnesium spray on it. Did I show you that? Hold on, let me get it. I did, didn't I? This one, but I said it was a bit spenny. It's 10 quid. And I've just sprayed it on my feet and on my legs, and my cramp's gone. So it is really good, but you'd have to use quite a bit. So I went on eBay and I managed to find these, and they were, I got, it was $13.86 for two, so that's what, $7.50, $7.80, $7.90, so say £14, no, £7, so £7 each. But if you buy two, you bought two, you got one free, so we got three for £13.86. So just 100% pure and natural and highest concentrated magnesium. got good reviews, so I thought I'll give that a whirl, because as you know, I get terrible cramps, but and that has really helped. I had my D on Amazon today, didn't I? So they're quite high and they're not a platform, so when I put them on, I remembered why I don't wear them as often, but I had them on. So I'm rambling now. So yeah, I just think in life now when I'm settled, you know, I'm quite happy on my own, and I make a joke about, you know, me needing me self-servicing, but I would just like to find someone that's like quite upbeat. Don't mind a bit of nervousness once you get to know them, but you know, it's like got a jolly outlook on life, do you know what I mean? And glass half full person, not glass half empty, do you know what I'm saying? And it's important that I find that, because in times gone by I've settled for what, less than I deserve. And I'm not dissing anyone that I've dated or have been with in relationships and that, but I've always stayed because I thought that's all I deserved, and I know I deserve what I deserve, and if that means being just me for the rest of my life, then that's fine, isn't it? But I'm not going to just compromise. Of course I'll compromise some things, but I need someone with a good energy. Do you know what I mean? I don't mind if they have times in their life where they're a bit down, and you know, but I need someone with a good energy, what I feel like I've got. I was thinking, I wonder if they sell robots on eBay. Do you know what I mean? I could program it, have a laugh. But yeah, that's why I changed my name, because it was too easy to find. Nothing to do with my ego. Just for the fact that I want people to find me legitimately, and I want people to, you know, if I'm, you know, speaking to them or I'm going out for a coffee meet, not be able to go on there and find me, do you know what I mean? Because that's, although I'm out there in the web, it's still a very personal part of my life, do you know what I'm saying? So I want it for the right reasons. So yeah, it's bloody mix. I don't know what it is, you know, guys. It's nothing, there's no fruit flies. I just think maybe they're coming in. So anyway, yeah, just, like, you know, that I'm not on here to be monetized and stuff like that. She wants to go and say and that was one of the first things that was asked. No, it's mummy's tea, you've had yours. She had a lovely bath yesterday. She went back in a pen last night, though she didn't sleep with me. And I was like, I said, that's not what I'm about. It's not, you know. I said, don't get me wrong, I'd like someone to send me a free pair of pants or a free makeup brush. But it's not what I'm about. Ultimately, I do it for me. And, you know, I've got like a little group of us. And, you know, I do it to help myself. It's my therapy. And if I can help one person and we can come along on our journey together, then I'm not honoured to be made rich. I'm not honoured to be, whoa, look at great Janine, how brilliant is she, you know, I know how brilliant I am, but you know what I mean, I'm on it for myself and the little group of people that we've got, which I find is quite nice. I like that, you know what I mean? So yeah, we all have different perspectives in life, don't we? And I know that I'm quite happy in my own skin, do you know? But I tell you what was dead funny, right? I had my top on, didn't I? My hoodie, and my bra went up, right? So, obviously, you know, I've got droopy boobs, and this part of my bra here, the lacy bit, that bit, had gone there. So, it looked like my boobs were cut in half. And you know what? I was laughing when I got in. I was, oh my giddy aunt. But a year ago, I'd have been so mortified about that. And I'd have sat there thinking it for hours. Oh my God, he must have thought, her boobs are down by a belly button. And I didn't. I just laughed in the mirror, cooped them back in. That's because when I took my jumper off, isn't it? And I thought to myself, never going to see him again, am I? You know what I mean? So I've come a long way. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm hungry. And last night he had some crisps. Did I tell you this? Some crisps, some sweeties, some crisps, some sweeties, some licorice oil sauce and some chocolates. And I had a little tiny ice cream like that and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And another can of pop. So this is my new, it's not kryptonite, is it? That's what's against you. This is my new vice of choice. And my 7-Up light, but I'm going now. So it's been a nice day. I've walked, came in, dropped everything down, walked out because the heavens looked like they were going to open, the sky was black, but it seemed to pass us by. The very nice man, Nick at the chemist, rang me to say my tablets are in, but not me pessary, so I said, well, I'll leave it, but I do appreciate you ringing. He said, well, there's a box there with your name on it. I thought, that's nice, isn't it? That's why I like the independent chemist. That's about it. So Corrie's on tonight. I've been watching it even though it makes me really uncomfortable, forcing myself to watch it because I need to face things like that head on. I'm fucking sorry, guys. And Big Brother's on tonight and Maths is on tonight. So I've got a good night planned ahead, and I'm watching Blue Lights season 1 that Kirsten recommended to me and Lisa recommended to me as well, and it's set in Ireland and it's quite good. In fact, it's very good. You just honestly, if you've not watched it, go on and watch it. It's like some of the things that the police have to go through, you just don't think about it, do you, until you see it like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna say goodbye now. I'm gonna say, as always, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, look after yourself always, and love yourself always, and give yourself a big hug, and don't settle for anything less than you think you're worth, and you're worth millions and trillions and billions. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll open Look Fantastic. Did I say Baby Thomas isn't coming? I'll tell you for why about that tomorrow if I remember, and we'll open the Look Fantastic box. I've got my beauty lady tomorrow. I think it's me micro needling, so I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for listening and love yous all. See you tomorrow. We'll do it all again. Bye.